Alright, hello GameFest, this is Jordan Peliquin, I'm a senior at RPI, and this is my thesis that I've been making for the past semester. It's called The Fallen Angel, The Star in Yellow, and the Fleeting Nature of Non-Existence. I've never made a game with a title this long before, I think it's pretty funny. So I'm just gonna play the game right now and tell you guys a little bit about it. It's a visual novel. Oh, I'm also just gonna be thumbing through the dialogue, I'm not gonna be reading it out, but you guys will be able to get the gist of what's going on, I think, if you use your brains. Yeah, it's just a visual novel. It's got all these fun little ideas in it. All the characters in this game are called ideas, by the way. It takes place in the void. It's a very abstract game. And the plot of the game is the void is becoming tainted. You see how there are all these, like, white clouds in the background? And if you listen closely, I've turned it very far down so that it doesn't, like, clip my voice. But there is audio playing in the background, too. There's music. And the music and those weird clouds, they wouldn't be here if the void was still a void. So the ideas don't like that very much because they want the void to stay a void because it's their home and stuff. And so they set out on a journey to find this one idea called the Star, who is the creator of all ideas. So the goal of the game is you, the player, who yourself are an idea, you gather together all of these different ideas and you build a party together with the goal of finding the star together. The game isn't entirely a pure visual novel. There is a battle system in it, and we're about to see that right now. Whenever you meet a new idea, they're clouded in all the stuff that you see in the background as well, because they're not pure, that the void has become tainted, and thus the ideas are impure, da-da-da-da-da, you know. Oof, my heater just turned on, I hope that doesn't cause any problems. I'm gonna skip through this dialogue here so we can get to the battle system so I can explain it. Basically, the way battles work is this. First, the clouded idea will say something to you, and then you will choose something to say back, based on your party members, right? And you have to decide which one of these is a more palatable response. I'm going to choose Broccoli Boy's response real quick, because it's sort of the sensible one, because yes, something is wrong, the vote is messed up. And depending on whether or not it is a good response or not, their enemy counter will go up by a certain amount. In this case, it was a good response, so it went up by 10%. If it was an okay response, it would have gone up by 5. And a few responses are really bad, and they actually go down. Every idea in the game also has an added effect. Broccoli Boys works like poison. An extra 5% is added every turn thereafter. We continue this for some time. I know all the answers and stuff. After you've used an idea on the previous turn, you can't use them on the next turn. They have some cooldown. I'm going to use Claude's next. Claude really misses the void being so barren and stuff. He doesn't like all of this crap everywhere. And well, when you think you've got the clouded idea high enough, you have the ability to use this other idea right here, the blue flower, and you speak to them. In doing this, you try to call them out of their stupor and purify them. It's based on the percent chance, though, so if I were to speak right now, I would only have a 35% chance of getting through the Tina. So I'm going to do a couple more turns real quick to see if I can get her. Again, I'm thumbing through the text kind of quickly just because I know her. I know Tina. Right, she doesn't like the white things. She wants the void to go back as well. Claude thinks it's a little harsh. This isn't a very good response, but Claude's added ability is that he just adds a raw 10% off of the last amount of percent that he did. So Claude's really good sort of late in the game, or if you're ever like unsure of what to do, Claude is a pretty safe bet. That's also why he's the first idea you get. Let's try speaking now. Alright, we got it, 65%. And now, Tina is purified, and she will join us. I am going to stop the dialogue. I'm going to stop advancing in the game here now, though, just to talk a little bit about the state of the game, because that is something that you guys mentioned you wanted to know about. The game is effectively complete right now. There's one major bug left in it that you will find an error message for if you encounter. You can play the game with the link that I've provided. Outside of that, there's very minor polish that I'm going to be doing in regards to like dialogue tweaking. I'm going to make some of the dialogue a little bit better. I might change art assets here and there in very, very small ways, because there are a couple colors that I think I want to change for a couple of the characters. But outside of that, the game is pretty much done. What you're getting is 95% complete. So it'll be done for GameFest, it'll be totally complete, and it'll be a great time. So I think that's everything that I have to say about my game. Thanks for your consideration, and stay safe. And I hope I get in.